And we are live. Welcome back to the second session of the Challenger Split Monaco qualifying. As we see Jamie Elston there dealing with the curb. He's currently in the wrong livery. In the Bag Motorsports car, he should be in a orange Lionese Racing livery, but no worries. DAC Racing, Sim Racing Hardware, our sponsor for this race, as well as Nova and Griffin Gaming and Vermin Racing. All all of Alex Cochran's affiliation.
There are a lot of sponsor boards on this track.
Yeah. I mean, it's the jewel in the crown. It's what everyone wants to be part of in terms of racing and sponsorship. So we see a lot of people contributing on this one. So we're just about to start the qualifying session, the middle left. Now, the fastest time in the first session was a 10.9. More precisely, we had a 10.991 by Ty Ism, and in second place was Agnes Rositis with an 11.098. Obviously, it'll be a little bit difficult to judge live who is in what position, but we'll try our best.
The stream is black, I was just told.
Oh, all right. 1 second, that's my mistake, actually. Um, let's see, there we go. Now you can see the beautiful sponsors. And we're underway. Let's ride on board with someone. Let's check with Bruno Amorim. Oops, wrong button. There we go, on board with him on his out lap. Now, since you'll be driving in the Master Split, how do you judge an out lap on Monaco?
How I judge an outlap on
Yeah,
Monaco.
do you warm up your tires? Do you weave at all? How do you
I think
prepare?
not. The lap is like the tires are like good enough that you just drive and they get warm anyway. They certainly are cold. If you do very slow outlap, they could be cold. But if you push a lot, they can also overheat at the end of your lap. So not pushing as much might give you a better time in the last sector, but a not so good time in the first sector.
Yes,
The fast left-hander to back and the chicane after should give you enough heat in the tires though to get them into the temperature window.
yeah, so that'll be something to manage extra for the drivers. As we're about to embark with Bruno Amorim on his first flying lap. Let's see if gets a good exit here. He does, quite cleanly through the first turn into Casino Square. Down to fourth gear, keeps it nice and tight to the apex there. A little bit off in the second part of it. Down to first, try and keep as close as the wall to the wall as he can. Now try and make it around the hairpin, very difficult as has been said before. Try and search for the best exit into the tunnel. He loses a bit there on throttle. Now into the chicane, brake before the 50-meter board, about 75 there. Very slow on exit so far in first gear, probably not ideal. Fifth there, almost scrapes the wall. touches the wall there on entry, loses time, but he can still continue his lap. See what lap times he gets. And of course, it does not show up.
We have right now, well, let's wait until the last guys are over the line. Um, 4 people cross the line, and there comes Carter Jackson making it 5. We have Dimitri leading with 1 minute 11.1, Jamie Ellison 11.7, Bruno Omorium 13.1. He had a really bad little sector, he was 1 second down.
So at the moment, we're already very close to pole. Dimitri with a 11.1. Now that would put him third on the grid so far for tomorrow's race. On board with Jan Dragoon at the moment. He's new to the series, I think, making his debut here in Monaco.
Yes, he joined Concord Racing.
Yeah, new team formed for this race as well, Concord Racing. Quite a nice livery, I must say. I like the color combination there. Out of the first turn, goes a bit wide there into Casino and manages to keep it going though. Second for here, one of the only drivers to use second there. Loses a bit of time on the hairpin because he did not hit the apex there, so it was very difficult to make it round for him. Braking a bit later than other people we've seen so far. Cutting the chicane quite nicely. Now the second gear, and he loses it completely into the... Hopefully he doesn't block anyone. But let's see how he manages to make it round. Hopefully not impeding anyone's lap, and he managed to do that cleanly. Dmitry Kamashov so far on pole position. Jamie Elston with quite a nice time as well, 111.7. It's quite good from him. I think that would put him 5th, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, that would be 5th for him in the overall standings. Overall, obviously we can't see live the laps that have been set in the previous session, but I have them in front of me, so I can check. As we see him going into space.
That is... Oh
A
no, the server
server. The
crashed.
server just crashed. Alright,
Um,
so some technical
that
issues there.
is... That is what must not happen.
Indeed, I will.
13 minutes left.
Right, so we'll be going offline for a little bit, I guess. Should we end the stream for a little bit until the server goes up, or do we just continue?
I think we stay here because it's still the same. I mean, yes, the session is interrupted, but it will restart shortly.
Yeah, so a short break here to wait for the server to come back up. It will be fixed in no time by our league moderators. As I think it might already be up again. I'm not sure.
Yes, we will shorten the session, obviously, start with less time left.
Yeah, probably something like 14, 13 minutes, whatever was on the clock. When
Yes,
the
almost 30 minutes, so we give it a little bit.
a little bit of extra for people to manage to
30
do their out
minutes,
laps.
yeah.
And we're back in a session. It says 12 minutes to go, so hopefully everyone connects and gets to do their lap. It might. Is this? I don't think this is live. I'm the only person in the server so far. So
Servers should be restarted now. Try to
all right,
reconnect now.
I'll attempt. So yeah, I would guess the times will get collected from that session as well. They will get like taken
Have you
into account.
taken this? Oh, we have it on the stream.
We
Yeah,
do have it on
maybe we
stream.
could arrange that. Yes.
Yeah, so I think the session would save anyway in S Tracker. So we'll be good to go. 1 second, let me turn on the stream for people to see. And we're back in action. There we go. So Bruno Amorim on his outlap. Jesus, having trouble with
The
speech
people
tonight,
are also in the correct liveries.
which is great.
Yes.
Nice quote there on the Halo, no airbags, we die like men. Very quite funny from Back Motorsports there.
Um, it's actually interesting question. Why don't Formula One cars have airbags? They have the heads and neck device or HUNS device, which in combination with the helmet acts like an airbag.
Yes, basically holding your neck in place in case of a crash. Very important. Probably the most efficient safety measure so far put into place in Formula 1 is the hands device. In racing in general,
Yes.
it's been a very successful thing.
I mean, your body is tucked to the seat, so when you have a big crash, your head is still loose and go forwards, and the head and neck safety device, protects you from breaking your neck on your own.
There you go. On your, yeah,
I mean, that it is what it is.
it is what it is. Right, so this was the practice session. We'll get to qualifying now in a minute. Back into
Yes.
qualifying. Now, I'm not sure. I don't think we do have the times. Well, I don't have them at least in front of me. I just remember the 111.9 from Dmitry Kamashov.
I mean, they will probably improve.
Most likely, I think there will be improvements throughout. There we go. Times are carried over. The race director has spoken.
What a handsome guy he is.
Right.
Usually we run the qualifying just before the race, so the lap times must be stored on the server. But now that we have qualifying today and the race tomorrow, gives us the freedom to just look at the lap
Combine.
times and look at the lap times manually and decide, okay, you go first because you had the fastest lap time. So it's not automated, it's more work for us, but we can take the lap times that are now technically lost into account.
Yes. So the grid, depending on what times have been set before, will be a little bit mixed up. Obviously, we won't exactly know the order, sadly. Uh, First of all, because of the two sessions being separate, and then also the technical issue in the during this session. But we're underway, so let's. I'll ride along with Jamie Elston. He's set a 111.7 during the previous time, the previous session. So maybe he'll be able to challenge for pole for this Monaco Grand Prix. He's got the new rookie in front of him, Jan Dragun. Not sure if the pronunciation is correct there, but I'll hope.
We have a lot of people from different countries. It's sometimes hard to pronounce names.
Yeah,
We apologize for that.
I will call him Dragon from now on.
The dragon, yes. That sounds like a mighty name.
Indeed. Right, let's see what they will be doing here. I think they'll be slowing down a little bit to leave each other space, hopefully. Yeah, there we go. Slowing down nicely just to get some space for their laps, and then off we go. Now brake before the 50-meter board here on the right. Gets an excellent turn one of the best we've seen so far. Down to fourth here for Casino. Keeps it nice and tight. Third for the right-hander. You can go over the bump in the Stella Corsa. In real life, they obviously avoid it a little bit. Now he seems to be catching Jan, the dragon, ahead. Hopefully he won't get impeded during the lap. Braking it at 75 meters here, keeps it in second nicely. Ooh, a lot of curb taken there. Not 100% sure if that was legal. Very nice through the left-hander there. A lot of speed carried. Second, does not use all the curb there, so misses, lose a bit of time on the exit. But so far it looks like a good lap, and we'll see over the line what time does he get. We can't see it, obviously, because I don't have that set. Let's just look for a second, maybe on the... Oh no, that doesn't work. A 1:10.5. So he's fastest of all so far. Jamie Elston has not been this competitive so far in the season, but Monaco seems to be his track so far. Kamashov as well with a 10.7 there. So at the moment the order would be Jamie Elston, Dmitry Kamashov, Ty Ism, Agnes Rositis, Giovanni Amorim, and then we would have Jan Dragoon, I think. Then Keith Willems and the other people. I don't know exactly what time they said previously, but yeah.
That times weren't that good. I think P3 was at 13 seconds, so I expect everyone to improve on that a little bit.
I mean, we saw Kamashov with 11.1, which he has improved. Andrea Canini on a faster lap as well. Now, I do not think he will be... Yeah, 113.6. So, decent lap from him. Jamie Elston just heads out now for another one. I think Carter Jackson here is on a quick lap. No, out lap. But yeah, so far, overall pole position for Jamie Elston. Quite impressive from him, 10.5. It's sort of what we expected from the Challenger split. The Master guys have been lapping in the 108s in practice so far. So we'll see later. Even 107s, yeah.
Yeah, insane times, I must say.
Crazy
Insane.
times. But there's only
Yeah.
one person that has done that, I think, a 107 so far. So
Yes.
I'm not
Also,
100% sure what
also
the
what we
time will be.
talked about earlier, that lap time was set on the C5 tire, whereas that is not really the tire you want to be carry in race because it overheats and gets wears quite quickly. So always, I mean, it's Monaco, so you cannot really overtake, but you're still at risk of
Uh,
an overcut or undercut or making mistakes. Um,
See Dimitri here embarking on the lap. But yeah, it's as you said, quite easy to make mistakes on that C5.
so again, no one on C5, everyone on C4.
Ooh, big lock up there, but does not lose much time. Into the hairpin, comes out of it with a bit of time gained, probably made it round much better that time. Goes into the tunnel, almost a tenth up. Flies past. Beautiful shot there from the cameras. Uses a lot more curb this time, so gains another tenth there. Let's go on board with him for this section. See what he can do in the chicane. Keeps close there. Quite nice. Another tenth up. So far this would be provisional pole if you can keep this gap up. Through the last corner. And that is pole position so far. So quite nice from him. 10.4, so a tenth up on Jamie Elston. Dragon improves, managing to set at 0.8. It's right on board with Canini. Just about to set another lap. Goes up by 3/10 through the first corner. Needs to shift down to fourth here. Ooh, brakes quite late. Almost hits the wall there. In the first gear. Around the hairpin we go. Into the tunnel so far is up by half a second on his personal best, so loses a lot through the tunnel there. So has he backed off? Yeah, I think he's backed off, so we'll have to go on board with someone else. Carter Jackson on an outlap. Elston as well, I think, on an outlap, or I cool down. Now Moram has not set a competitive time so far, so we'll have to wait here and see what he can do. I think he's been struggling this session so far since it's restarted, so. But yeah,
You
who
need
do
to
you...
100% focus on this track, so even something like a server crash and 5 minutes off time can just uncomfort you and just struggle to find back into the rhythm.
Yeah, obviously it's one of those tracks you really need to be in the flow of. You know, you build up to it, you build up to a good lap time. You start practicing very early for Monaco. It's a bit of a more special race, so people tend to really put in the time. And yeah, you try to build that flow, you know, get used to the track so that every braking zone, every sort of turn-in point becomes a natural thing. You don't have to think about it too much. You just, yeah, very natural, because you want to use as much space as you can. Stay as close to the walls. It's very tricky to do, because obviously if you hit it, then it's you lose time, or you get damage, or you know, your lap time might get invalidated in case of S-tracker. So it's very, very tricky. But yeah, that's the charm of Monaco. It is the difficulty. Let's go on board with Kamashov, who's on the lap. Currently not up on his time. But very close to his PB. So let's see what he can do. He had a very nice chicane through his fastest lap so far. Misses it by a bit here. Still not bad compared to his PB. There's a bit more time there. I think that's not going to be possible to improve. No. See what Dragon can do. Currently up by a few thousands.
Finished a good lap. Just coming around the last corners.
And Dragoon is up so far on his time. Just one corner to go. Can he gain here a bit more? Loses it on exit, but still improves. Spoke too early. Yeah, that exit just compromised his lap there. Elston is 2/10 up. So let's see if he can keep this delta. Loses a bit there on the entry. Gains back some time on the exit. Breaks at 75. Let's see what he can do. Ooh, cuts across the chicane. I'm not sure that's a legal lap. I think that might be 3 wheels off the curb. I'm not sure. Ooh. Squirmish on there. He just needs 1/10. That's all he needs. I think he's got this. It's going to come across the line to get pole. 10.3. That's a good lap time for Challenger Split.
Definitely.
Now Kamashov, I think he will have time for one more push. The Dragon as well. That's my new nickname for him. I'm sorry. If you don't enjoy that, you'll tell me after the stream. Now let's see what Kamashov can do. Is Elston embarking on the lap that's just cut shortly with him? No, I don't think so. So this will be it for pole.
He's in the tunnel. I don't know if he can start him in the lap.
I just looked at it and he was 1.5 off. Oh, as Kamashov loses massively there. I think that's all.
Yeah,
what can Dragon do? 1.5 tenths up so far. He only needs 3 tenths to gain that pole position. 3.2, 3.3 tenths. He'll be trying to get on the front row there. So these guys are all fighting for the actual P1, 2, 3. Since the fastest time in the previous section was a 0.9, they're already quicker than that. Gains a bit there on the exit, quite nicely.
Goes green, sector 1, top in, sector 2. He's up a 10th, but he needs more.
Ooh, 4 tenths up on his time so far. Can he get it? That is the question. Needs to get a good exit here. Again, loses it on exit.
That's a very
all his time.
With the camber change. Yes.
Camber change, the curb as well. He can slide over it. Yeah. Not what he wanted. That would have been a nice front row start, but P3, he'll be happy with that on his debut. First race, can't be mad. Can't be mad. Very good effort. I'm sure he'll be challenging for race wins in the future. If he can keep this kind of pace up.
Yes.
Maybe even tomorrow, depending on how interesting the race will be. More, I'm just coming into pits. So yeah, that is qualifying over for Challenger Split. So we've got Jamie Elston on pole, his first ever pole position in Trouting. I think the first pole position for the team as well, Lion News Racing.
Yeah, I think so.
We've got Agnes Rositis in... Oh, sorry, no. We've got Dmitry Kamashov in second, Jan Dragoon, I'm not sure, in third. We've got Tyism in fourth, Agnes Rositis in fifth, and Imran Shaikh in sixth, Keith Willems in seventh place, Luca Dolciotti in eighth, Stephen Hepner. He will not. He will be further down. We've got then Andrea Canini ninth, Bruno Morim in 10th, Carter Jackson will be 12th, whilst Stephen Hepner will be 11th. So I think that is sort of the order we have. I'm not 100% sure of it. There's some people I've probably missed out there. Luca Mangani, Emiliano Alvarez, they've not qualified. They'll be starting at the back. Juan Sanchez as well. So a lot of people not deciding or just not showing up for the qualifying session. We'll probably see them tomorrow. But yeah, that's it for the Challenger Split Quali. We'll be back with you for the next session, which will be the Master Split. So